Hi, this is Joseph Tanya from goodmonday.com. Have you ever said this seemingly three humbling words, I am sorry, and yet it never gets through to the other person? It was really never heartfelt in that sense from the other person's perspective, and you were kind of wondering, so what else can I do? I have said sorry, but how come it doesn't reach deep enough? What else can I do? Now, saying sorry, not that it is not necessary, but it is only the tip of the iceberg because saying sorry indicate that you want relief from the awkwardness of the situation or from the tense feelings that are involved. But saying sorry on the surface indicates that, well, we are sorry about the consequences, and this could send the message that you might be looking just to pacify the atmosphere. But we need to go deeper. And going deeper means we are not seeking for relief, we are seeking for reconciliation. And seeking for reconciliation, we need to be able to process a certain emotions called sorrow. It is one thing to be sorry, but it is another thing to ask ourselves, are we truly sorrowful about the situation? Now, what does it mean to display genuine sorrow? Now, displaying genuine sorrow involves three steps. Step number one, how did I hurt you? Sometimes the feelings of hurt is buried deep inside, and by asking this question, we are giving permission to the other party to surface some of the hurts, some of the negative emotions and bitterness to come to light. And by asking this question, we are creating an environment whereby we are giving permission to the other person to be sharing his or her genuine feelings about the situation. Now, it's very important that when you ask the question, how did I hurt you, that you do not become defensive. Because once you become defensive, guess what? All of the personal feelings all get bottled up inside all over again. Secondly, you ask the question, how is this affecting you? How is this affecting your work? How is this affecting your attitude towards me? How is this affecting our relationship? How is this affecting your priorities? It is important to know that sometimes the actions that we have taken or the wrong words that we have spoken have implications much deeper and much wider than we thought. It is true that while you may have good intentions, but good intentions may result in a wider impact of negative consequences that we are not aware of. So asking the question, how is this affecting you, help the other person to highlight some of the relational blind spots which we may have. Now, again, it is very important that you remain humble and you do not become defensive. Now, finally, depending on what is brought to the surface, it is important that you seek for further understanding by asking the other person, tell me more. Tell me more about what you have just shared. Can you give me an example of what you have just mentioned? Tell me more about that particular perspective or opinion that you have just mentioned. I am interested to know how you are really feeling, and I would want to help us to process the emotions that is underlying the offense. Now, in moving from relief to reconciliation, in moving from sorry to sorrow, in moving from pacify to processing the emotions, it is important that we don't focus on being an interesting person. We want to focus on being a person who is interested. There's a whole world of difference between me focusing on just being interesting and in sending the message that, hey, I want to be interested. And when we want to be interested in the other person, it shows that we value the relationship. It shows that we value reconciliation. And when you go from beyond saying sorry to actually listen to the sorrow that is involved, then you will have true peace indeed. Think about it. This is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, well, click subscribe. And if you want to find out more about my executive coaching and leadership development workshops, check out the website goodmonday.com.